Are you currently building your own business, or are you thinking about what's your next career move? Are you currently working for a company, for example, and you wonder if you want to stay at the company or if you should leave, if you should take on a new role, if you should go to another company, or if you should create your own business? Then today's video is for you, because today I want to talk with you about my 12th month as an entrepreneur, a video series that I have started when I started building my own business. And even though I thought that I'm going to stop with this video series, I really like to use it in order to reflect on my own progress and to share with you all of the learnings and insights and challenges that I have had month over month creating my own business. So let's get started. And welcome back to my new video, my 12th month as an entrepreneur, and my YouTube series on my own entrepreneurial journey. I am very excited that you are watching this video today. And if this is the very first time that you are watching one of my videos, hello, my name is Julia Arndt. I'm very excited that you're here. And I want to make sure that you're starting to really dive into the topic of peak performance. So if you want to learn more, make sure that you also subscribe to my YouTube channel and that you're hitting that little bell that is next to it, because every time that I am releasing new videos, you will receive a notification. And I am uploading new content every Monday and every Friday. All right, so let's jump into the topic, my 12th month as an entrepreneur. I already said in the intro that I was not so sure if I'm going to continue with this video series, but there were so many things that came up over the last couple of days that I was thinking I really need to do a new entrepreneurial video, because I learn so much about myself month over month as an entrepreneur. And I have a lot of people that are reaching out to me and that are asking me, Julia, how did you start your business? How did you make that decision to leave Google? And I really want to help you. I really want to help you understand how I made this decision. And I also want to give you some insights into my own entrepreneurial journey and the learnings that I've had along the way. So this is the very first video that I would really highly recommend to you to watch. If you wonder how everything started, I highly recommend to you to listen to the podcast How I Became an Entrepreneur, which is a podcast interview with a really good friend of mine who interviewed me for her podcast. So this is the very first thing that you can do in order to start understanding more about who I am and why I decided to leave Google in order to start my own company. Then this is a really good point to start. And then the second thing that I would highly recommend to you is I also have a podcast episode that is called The Reason Why I Left Google. And that is obviously another really interesting insight into why I decided to build my own business. So this is really how you can start understanding a little bit more about who I am as a person and why I decided to build my own business. And my own business back in the days started as Chief Stress Management Officer at Blue Mountain Mindfulness. This is now a year ago. I can hardly believe it. It's been really fun. It's been a really amazing journey. And I've had so many learnings and so many challenges and so many cool insights along the way. I've met so many incredible people. I have made so much progress in 1 year alone that I really don't want to miss talk with you about my 12th month as an entrepreneur today. My 12th month as an entrepreneur was the month of January 2020. And honestly, it was the most difficult month I've had so far in my entrepreneurial journey. Honestly, I think it was really the most difficult one, and I've had a lot of struggles and internal challenges that I've been trying to resolve for myself. So I want to talk with you a little bit about that journey today. So first of all, at the end of December, I went on a 2-week vacation, and when I came back and I jumped back into my business, I was a little bit uninspired, honestly, because I feel like maybe after 11, 12 months, this is the very first time where you are feeling a little bit more uninspired and unmotivated sometimes, because you have been already grinding through 12 months or for 11 months, building your own business, getting rejections, receiving difficult feedback. And it's not always easy to re-motivate yourself to keep going. And so I really hit a plateau at the end of December when I came back from my vacation. And I really took a little bit of time just for myself in order to understand what was going on and why I was a little bit frustrated and why my drive that I usually always have wasn't really there. And one of the reasons at the time was that one of my assistants quit her job. I had to start the process of hiring, recruiting, and onboarding all over again. And that felt really daunting and very difficult for me because it takes a lot of time and energy to onboard new employees. And I had already onboarded 2 assistants over the course of 2 months. So doing this whole process all over again felt really, really difficult for me, especially because I had just gotten my assistant to a point where I was really satisfied with her work and I really enjoyed all of the things that she was doing. So finding a new person felt really, really difficult for me. And how I really got over this hump was to be really honest with myself about what I really wanted for my company and who I really wanted to hire. And that was a really good realization. And honestly, once I made this peace with myself about, okay, maybe she wasn't the right person, maybe we both looked for something different, then I was totally okay with really looking for a person that really fit my company and that could really help me build my business within the YouTube and podcast space. And I have found at this point some really amazing people, and I am really excited because, you know, at the point in time when something like that happens to us, we feel sometimes really frustrated and we feel really sad or we feel really overwhelmed. But oftentimes these things all happen for a reason and we come out stronger on the other side. I always really, really firmly believe that, and this experience just showed me that that was just one of the other ways that this really happened. So that was one of the things that was really difficult for me in the month of January and something that I really had to deal with internally and I had to cope with over a couple of days to really make my peace with and then move on and try to find new people. One of the things that I did in the month of January as well was to create a lot of new content to set my business up for success in 2020. I did a strategy session, of course, with my assistant to be really clear on what I want to achieve in 2020. I did a visualization and vision boarding session with some of my friends to really visualize and manifest the things that I want to bring into 2020. And actually, let me show you that vision board. As you can see, my vision board is full of amazing things for 2020. It goes on below here as well. And I'm really super excited to work towards these goals. And I think it's really important to have really specific goals and aspirations for your own business in order to have a really clear plan on what you want to do in 2020. So what I did in the month of January was, for example, I finished my book proposal and I started to send it to a couple of book agents. And all I have received for now is rejections. I have also created a new email sequence. I have created a free time management course online. I have also created a new company proposal and I also rebranded my business. So as you can tell, I did a lot of things in January. And you know, even though I had a lot of time to do these things, at the same time, I also, of course, as an entrepreneur, always have to worry about making money. And you know, even though creating all of these new things was really fun and really creative, at the same time, as an entrepreneur, I always have to worry about how I'm making money. And honestly, in the month of January, I didn't make any money because I was extremely busy with doing all of the things that I just mentioned to you. Oh, by the way, I also started my new 8-week online live course. So every Friday I'm having a live session with the participants that signed up for the course. So there's a lot of stuff going on and I really had to learn how to manage myself and how to manage my own time, which is one of the reasons why I put all of the learnings that I had for myself in the time management course that I really highly recommend to you as well. No matter if you are a college graduate, no matter if you are working for a company or you're an entrepreneur, this time management course can really help you understand better how you can manage your time effectively to be really productive and at the same time take times for yourself to recharge and not completely stress out. So yeah, one of the things that was really challenging for me was to create all of these things and to be really focused on all of these really important topics and all of these creative outlets and at the same time think about how to make money and worry about how to make money. And honestly, this is one of the things that has been really stressful for me in the month of January after 12 months having my own business, which I feel like not a lot of people are talking about. And I feel also like not a lot of people are talking about how difficult and how challenging it is to build a business. Everybody is always talking about how to make 6 figures and how to make 7 figures and how to use this specific online strategy to be super powerful and super successful. But honestly, my own experience is that building a business takes time. And I've been talking a lot about this in my last videos as well, that one of the biggest things that I set for myself was that I want to be really disciplined, really persistent, and really consistent with my own business, because I truly believe that this is what it takes in order to build a powerful business. I do not believe that in 2 months you can make 6 figures or you can make 8 figures. I think that is not realistic, and people are unfortunately selling us the wrong things. And that is also the reason why on my vision board, maybe you have seen it, my word for 2020 is perseverance. Really believing in grinding now through these next couple of months where it feels really difficult and where I feel like I don't have any money anymore, and it would be so much easier to just run back into the corporate world and take on a job that pays me a 6-figure salary. I am really believing in my own mission and in my own passion. And if you're watching one of my videos for the very first time today, this is something, when you think about creating your own business, that I believe is the most important thing. You have to be extremely passionate about what you're doing, and you need to have a really deep mission, because when things are starting to get difficult and when you feel like you just want to give up, you need to have that passion and you need to have that mission to keep going. And if that is not strong enough, it will be unfortunately very difficult to keep going, especially when you see your funds decrease in your bank account and not any money is coming in. And for me, this is absolutely true. I 100% believe in my mission to help people that are burnt out or people that are high achievers learn peak performance tools to thrive at work and in their personal life. And I truly believe that every single thing that I'm doing is part of my journey and is necessary to really move into a successful business. If you're hearing from other people, no matter if it is Brandon Burkhardt, Tony Robbins, Oprah Winfrey, they all have built their businesses over many years. They were not successful at the beginning. I can assure you that. And so, as you can almost tell, it makes me a little bit angry when people say, here is a new online marketing strategy plan. In 2 months, you're going to make 6-figure income. I don't believe that this is true. Trust me, I have worked my butt off over the last 11 months and I have had a very successful year overall. But at the same time, it takes also a lot of investment of your own time, energy, and monetary resources to build a successful business. And one of the things that I truly believe in is quality. So every time I made money, I immediately reinvested that money into my designers, into my assistants, into my production company, because I really believe that if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, it has to look a certain way, especially depending on your target audience. And obviously, since I'm trying to target corporations and high achievers that are working in corporations or that are creating their own business or that are working in startups, it has to look a certain way. And I truly believed in that mission from the very beginning. And that is why I have reinvested my money. And that is why today I find myself with no money in my bank account. But it is totally okay, because I have the deepest trust that things will work out and that I'm working on the right things to make my business work. And I think that it is really important to always remind yourself, why have you started in the first place? Or if you haven't started yet, why do you want to start? This is really important. So connect to your mission and connect to your passion and really know why you want to do something in order to be successful and in order to be able to grind through also the really difficult periods in your life. And I think the last thing that was really difficult for me me in the 12th month as an entrepreneur was obviously the rejections that I have received. You're working on certain things for a long time. I worked, for example, on my book proposal for months, and I put together a beautiful 65-page document about why I think the book is important, the book description, a competitor analysis, a few first chapters in the book. And when you're starting to receive rejections, it can feel extremely personal. And this was really difficult, of course, because we always believe that we are doing something really powerful. And if then somebody's coming back to us and they tell us, I'm sorry, this is not really what I am looking for, that is really detrimental for our own confidence sometimes. And again, it is really important that you believe in yourself, that you believe in your mission, and that you not give up when you have a failure or when you're receiving rejections. At this point, how I got over that hump was to make this a game and to tell myself, okay, on average, apparently you need between 20 to 30 rejections from book agents in order to find one that actually wants to take on your book. And so I have made it a game to just send out my proposal, obviously to hopefully relevant book agents, and to see each rejection as just one number that gets me closer to that one agent that I can hopefully find in order to make my book a success. I really believe in my book. I really believe in my mission. Again, this is very, very important. And if you don't, it's going to be much harder to keep going. So it is really, really important that you are being realistic with yourself and that you're being realistic with building a company, and that it really takes time, and that you need to have the right people in your life that are helping you move through this. And I am so grateful for all of the people in my life, for my partner that is supporting me at the moment. I'm very grateful for all of the people that I'm meeting. I'm very, very grateful for the people that are working for me and that I'm working with to make this company successful. And I can just wish you the best as well. And I would really love to chat with you about what your biggest struggles are at the moment building your own business. So leave me a comment under this video and talk to me about what are you struggling with at the moment? How are you maybe overcoming these struggles and challenges? Or maybe I can help you with answering some of the questions that you have. I would love to do so. That's why I'm here, and that's why I'm doing these videos on my own entrepreneurial journey, because I really want to help you get into your own power and create something that you really believe in to make the world a better place. Because I truly believe that we all have this one thing that we are working on that will make an impact. So don't give up. It is absolutely normal that you sometimes have a more difficult month and that you are facing new challenges that you have to work through. And it is just really important that you never give up and that you believe in yourself. So if you want to hear a few more insights into what are the biggest learnings that I had from my very first year in business, make sure to check out my podcast episode on wrapping up my first year in business. And yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure that you are subscribing to my YouTube channel and that you hit that little bell for notifications every time new content is online. And I would really love to hear from you. So if you would give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment under this video, I would really appreciate that. So talk to you really soon. With love, Julia.